In my previous cargo hauling mission guide video, we have learned that if you want to level up your cargo hauling mission reputation, it takes one successful mission for you to pass the trainee level, 4 to 5 successful missions for you to pass rookie, around 9 to 10 successful missions for you to pass junior life. And now you become a proud member. And here is where things get a little complicated. So in this video, I'm gonna offer some tips that I have learned by trials and error that might help you to grind your member hauling reputation so you can reach the glorious, experienced, and eventually become a senior citizen. So there are two modes that you can do the member level cargo hauling mission. One is sleepy mode and the other is active mode. So sleepy mode is the situation when let's say you just had a long day of work and you got home and you decide to do some Star Citizen cargo hauling mission just to relax and enjoy. But you don't want to think too much. You don't want to do the math. Or you simply had a bad day and you got home, you just want to do some cargo hauling mission in Star Citizen to make yourself feel better, to lighten up the mood. But you just don't want to think, don't want to do the math. Or it's late at night, but you couldn't sleep. Your mind is thinking, I've got to get up to do that cargo hauling mission in Star Citizen. But your mind is very sleepy and you don't want to think, you don't want to do the math. So there is one mission, one simple mission for this. Among these 118 missions, you have to look for that one specific member ranked cargo hauling mission, which I already accepted. It is this one, Direct Interstellar Medium Cargo Haul, member ranked. It's 22k, and this mission is always the same route. You will pick up something from Magnus Gateway and always deliver to Everest Harbor. One type of material from A to B. That's it. You don't have to think. You don't have to do the math. You don't have to separate those boxes. So that's why I call it sleepy mode. But here is how you do it. You accept this mission. You fly to Magnus Gateway. You set your spawn point and you claim at least 2 ships. At least 110 SCU of cargo. This mission, it only gives me 86 SCU. But some mission, it will let me carry about 110 SCU of cargo. But also be aware that all these cargoes, most of them are in these 8 SCU boxes like this, behind me like this. But do not use the Caterpillar with a TS2 drive. Because from the Magnus jump point to Everest Harbor, you have to travel over 80 GM. Surprisingly, the Caterpillar with a TS quantum drive cannot travel this distance. It's gonna run out of quantum fuel before it reaches the destination. I was surprised by that. It's a Caterpillar. It should be able to travel anywhere multiple times, but no. If you put a TS2 on the Caterpillar, you cannot one jump from Magnus to Everest Harbor. But I have not tried any other quantum drives yet. This is not done. To make this job faster, you can do it one after another, is when you arrived at Magnus Gateway, set your spawn point there. Every time you deliver these cargo to Everest Harbor, you backspace. Every time you finish this mission, there is a 5 minutes cooldown before you can get the same mission again. If you cannot get it immediately, don't worry. Just backspace, go to Magnus, gear up, pull your ship out in your hangar, and that's already 5 minutes. And you just go look at your offers. You will find this exact same mission. One item from Magnus to Everest Harbor. This one route. You can keep doing it. This is kind of like a little bit cheating because you have to backspace to Magnus Gateway, but it will save you a whole lot of time. So this is the sleepy mode. And next mode is the active mode. This is where things get a little bit complicated. So there are 2 types of missions you can do in active mode. One is Solar Medium Cargo Haul. They're all member ranked missions like this. So you have to pick up from a Lagrange station and deliver to spaceport. 2 types of material and from A to B to C. If you are stacking them, it's gonna get even more complicated. So this type of mission will require to maybe get a spreadsheet, maybe write down the notes. You have to do some pre-calculation One type is a solar medium cargo haul, and the other type is a planetary small cargo haul. I do not recommend you accept these two types of missions. So if you accept solar medium cargo haul, you stack only solar medium cargo haul missions. If you're doing the planetary small cargo haul, you only stack planetary small cargo haul. And this will be our example in this video. So I'm going to choose this planetary small cargo haul mission, and I'm going to stack them. So the first one, you can see collect quads from Everest Harbor to these 4 locations. And by the way, you can do these type of missions both on Herson and Macrotech, because only Herson and Macrotech has distribution centers, which I found the cargo elevators at those distribution centers are more reliable than those cargo elevators on the, for example, the scrap yards, the Brios breaker yards, or the other mining stations like the Arcor Mining 141, something like that. Of course, any mission in Star Citizen has a high risk, but it works 60% of the time, all the time. Okay, so I just stacked 6 missions here. All 6 missions will require you to deliver to Tisa, Farnsway, Kaliso, and Sakura-san, Mongolia. However, the problem is, this is a little bit complicated. I'm gonna try to explain it clearly. So these 6 missions I accepted, they are picking up all different materials. Quartz, carbon, titanium, aluminum, tungsten, and corundum. And here is another, the 7th mission that I can accept. And this one is collect another carbon from Everest Harbor to these 3 locations. I'm gonna accept this. This is one mission with carbon, and this is another mission with carbon. If you accept 2 missions with the same material, the problem is the location you are delivering the carbon can only accept a specific type of carbon, even though they are all the same. But if you are delivering mission A's carbon to mission B, it will not be counted as carbon. So that's why I try to avoid to stack 2 missions with the same commodity. Because when you get there, you have to test which carbon is for which mission, which sounds really stupid. They are all same carbon, but mission A's carbon can only be delivered to mission A location. Even worse, you not only have to deliver the specific commodity to the specific location, you also have to deliver the right size. For example, this place needs 2 SCU of carbon, and it needs in 2 1 SCU boxes. If you just deliver 1 2 SCU box there, it will not accept it, which is even more stupid. So you have to literally bring 2 1 SCU of carbon to this place for it to accept it. But it's not that hard to distinguish if you just use the terminal, which I will show you later in the video. Use the terminal, there is a checklist. Make sure everything is checked before you send it. Then you should be fine. So these are the little things that we need to be careful. However, like in my last video, if you really misplaced 1 or 2 SCU, after you send the elevator, you can just use the submit button. It will still accept the mission and make it accomplished. So if you want to know more about this, please check my previous video. The submit button. This is a golden button. All right, now let's load them up. The next step is staging and loading, and I am using the Caterpillar for these missions. And there are 2 ways to stage your cargoes. One is by mission, and the other is by delivery location. If you choose to stage them by delivery location, then you would have to do a lot of math right in your hangar. You have to pull all those missions out, separate those boxes from each mission, and put those boxes that belongs to one location together, which is actually perfect for the Caterpillar because the Caterpillar has 4 and 5 pods here. You can totally put all the boxes for one location into one pod and then drop it off. But I am just organizing them by mission. One pod on my left is for one mission, everything, and on my right is for another mission. Okay, arrived at the first location, Casilo. And now we just need to separate each box for this location. 7 titanium, 4 tungsten. If it says 4 tungsten, usually it's 1 4 SCU box. 5 quartz, which most likely is gonna be 1 1 SCU and 1 4 SCU. And 7 aluminum. If you see 7, most likely it's 1 4 ICU, 1 2 ICU, and 1 1 ICU. So we have 2 types of carbons because this mission requires 3 ICU of carbon. Then I know it's from exactly this pile because these carbon are all 4 ICU boxes. So we cannot cut it into 3 ICU, and I'm sure it's not from this mission. So we just bring 1 2 ICU and 1 1 ICU of carbon for this. All loaded. And now we can bring up the list. Once you load some cargo, you simply press lower elevator, this button. And now you can see this list. This list is very important. If anything is wrong, it will tell you exactly which commodity and which size of box is wrong. So you can make necessary adjustments. Confirm, and we should be able to finish all the missions in this location. Wow, look at that sunrise. That's so pretty. Beautiful. All right, let's go to the next location. Okay, second location, all delivered. And the checklist is all green. Oh, it says we're missing 1 IC of titanium. Oh, there we go. Found it. It's under the ship. And now it's all checked. Confirm. Oh no! We've got a problem. Last time this happened, we got a server error. Oh no! I am back. I think the mission is all gone. Check my reputation first. Well, reputation stayed, but all those missions, I spent over an hour. All gone. I am going to suicide. I'm going back to the sleepy mode that I was talking about earlier. I'm gonna do these missions one by one instead of stacking them. It's such a huge time sink without achievement if you encounter these kind of server problems or bugs, which happens very often. My spawn was set at a Magnus Gateway, so direct interstellar medium cargo haul. For this mission, I'm trying to use the Mercury Starliner, so 10 8 ICU boxes, but there is a bit of problem. Even though it says this ship can carry over 110 ICU of boxes, but if you are loading them only with the 8 ICU box, you could have a problem because on top, I don't think you can stack another 8 ICU. The curve right here on the side, I don't know if you can stack some 2 ICU boxes there or not. And over here, there's no cargo snap. And this is really close to the door. I guess you can put another 2 8 ICU box here and 1 over here. So that's it. So the Mercury Starliner jumping to Herson is actually shorter than the Hercules. The Hercules will take close to 8 minutes. The MSR was cross-field quantum drive. From Magnus jump point to Herson, it will take 6.5 minutes. It will save you a little bit more than 1 minute. Since this is a sleepy mode hauling mission, I'm gonna take a nap. Wake me up in 5. Ooh, a short nap. Arrived. Finally, I got a 1 mission completion. This mission took me actually less than 15 minutes from the Magnus Jumpway when I backspaced until I arrived here and accomplished this mission. Backspace. Arriving at Magnus Gateway, 5 seconds traveling time. There we go, 5 minutes after. Member rank, direct interstellar medium cargo haul. And this one requires 99 ICU. Well, if it's 99 ICU, the Argo Raft will not be able to do it because the Argo Raft has only 96. So I'm switching to this Freelancer Max. And when I load the Freelancer Max, I do not use the cargo grid. So no cargo grid snapping. And I just put the 8 ICU boxes like this. And each side can put 6 8 ICU boxes. And that's the maximum amount. The Freelancer Max with a cross-field quantum drive, it takes 6.5 minutes to jump to Herson. Landed safely. All loaded. Oh, we are missing 1 8 ICU box. It's not in the ship. I think this way of carrying cargo with the Freelancer Max has a risk of losing cargo. However, we can still finish this mission. So all we need to do is to send the elevator up and then go to this mission. We have 91 out of 99. So simply click submit. And the mission is still marked as complete. Mission accomplished. I have achieved the glorious experienced cargo hauler level. Let's check missions. Someone commented on my previous video asking, at which level can we do the Odyssey cargo hauling mission? I believe in the experience level, we can do the Odyssey. Let's check. Direct interstellar large cargo haul. 80K is the pay. Yes, this is the Odyssey mission. Collect 2,664 from Pyro Gateway to Magnus Gateway. Here is another one. Direct solar large cargo haul. So I think whatever it says large, it means you need a Odyssey for it. This one is from Bikini Point to Everest Harbor. Almost 2,000 ACU of cargo. Here is another one. Direct interstellar large cargo haul from Everest Harbor to Pyro Gateway. Another one, Seraphim to Port Tressler. So in experience level, you're going to have a lot of opportunities, a lot of missions that you have to use the Odyssey, which is really interesting. And I will be doing another video for that. Stay tuned. And I hope this video is helpful. So thanks for watching. And again, good luck to us all.